Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amelia and I upload all kind of book content, and if you're not new here, then welcome back. I'm currently sat in front of my TBR cards, and no, it's not a wrap-up, and no, it's not a TBR as in like picking a monthly TBR. We are actually doing something I'm going to class as my TBR takedown. A lot of people have been doing these on like YouTube. I think the first person I saw do this, maybe I'm sure other people did do it, but the person I saw do it was Ellen Catherine. Now, I used to do something called like tackle my TBR, which is technically the same thing. I'm just not doing the tackle my TBR game board thing that I had made for this. So we could class this as tackle my TBR or TBR takedown, whatever you want to call it. However, I got a spinning wheel. Well, I didn't get a spinning wheel. I set up a spinning wheel for all the books of my TBR, and there is currently 61 books on this TBR, which is not the worst TBR in the world. It's under 100 physical books, which I can say is pretty good considering a lot of people I know is over 100. So 61 is not too bad if I say so myself. What is my fridge doing? However, I would like to get it down. My idea is to hope. I'm trying my hardest. Now, this is something I'm saying and putting out there. I'm trying my hardest to not buy more physical books because I'm trying to save money. I do read a lot more on my Kindle than I do physically. It's been a while since I've held a physical book and read it. So I know that I read more books on my Kindle, and if I have the physical book and I want to read it, the likelihood of me buying it on my Kindle to read on my Kindle is very high. So my idea is to hopefully get this TBR cuts down and not purchase any more until I potentially move out of this place. And it's a kind of a motive to go, okay, the money I would have spent on the physical book could go in my savings. I can buy it, I can get out of living at home, move to my own place and have my own like library room and a proper bookshelf, because right now I don't have a proper bookshelf and I like the idea of that. So that's my goal. I can't guarantee that will work, but that's what I'm hoping for, and I'd rather just buy the books like on 99p deals on Kindle, and if it's like a book I really, really want to read, then I will buy it on Kindle instead of physically, because a lot of the books I buy, read them, and then I unhaul them and give them to charity. So it's like, well, what am I doing? Why am I doing that? Because that's basically my money spent to then give it away. And I do love the idea of buying books, but then I'm like, they're sitting in my room collecting dust. There is some books on these TBR cuts, and when I was going through which ones, and I was adding it to the list on my spin wheel, I was like, there is a lot of books. There's just not a lot. A few of these books I've had for like 2 years. Like, my 2 Teddy Can Read books that I have on there, maybe in Another Life and After I Do, I've had since 2024 at least. Maybe longer, and I'm like, why am I keeping them? But I want to keep them because I know I love Teddy Can Read's books, that I do want to get to it. I just don't reach for them because I just don't reach for them. So hence the tackle my TBR. My plan in this video is to read 3 books. I think 3 is a good number. I think with the amount I'm reading at the moment. So we're going to try and read 3 books. I'm going to spin the wheel 3 times today in this outfit. However, I'm going to put each clip before I read that book. So I will know what I'm reading, but you won't know what I'm reading next until I get to it. So yeah, am I making it more complicated for myself? Yes, but I love watching these kind of videos where people don't say the next book until it comes. But you've got 3 books in this video, so if you do want to watch, follow along, enjoy this video. I'm excited to get through my TBR with you guys. Okay, we are going to spin the wheel for book number 1. So first of all, I will say I have got the rest of the Addicted series on here. The last 4, and I have only put Addicted After All on there because that is the one that is next for me to read. I didn't put in any other ones because if I span it and got, say, Some Kind of Perfect, which is the last book, that would kind of be pointless. So let's spin the wheel for the first time. I'm not going to say this is book number 1 because I don't know which one I'm reading first, but I'm going to spin the wheel. Let's go. Let's record this and let's... just put it on mute because I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear the sound. It annoys me. Let's see what we're reading. I'm a little bit scared because... Oh! This is a really new bit to my TBR. This makes me happy. We've got Nightshade by Autumn Woods. I'm really excited for this book. I've heard so many good things about this book, and literally... I feel like I haven't seen many people talk bad about it, but that's just the people I watch. You're following Ophelia Winters, who wants revenge. I'll just read the blurb to you. Ophelia Winters wants revenge. Isolated in the Scottish Highlands, Surrey University only welcomes students from the most powerful families. Ophelia doesn't belong, but a rare scholarship grants her the perfect opportunity to investigate the accidental death of her parents near the castle grounds. Already intrigued. Things get off to a rocky start when she runs afoul of the mysterious Alex Corbo Green, son of her prime suspect. As far as she's concerned, he's just a younger version of his billionaire father, a monster hiding beneath a beautiful facade. When an unknown tormentor begins to stalk Ophelia, she realises she may not be able to survive Sorrow Song on her own. Alex becomes her unexpected ally and her alibi for murder. But as she starts falling for the soft heart that hides beneath his hard exterior, her hunger for revenge wavers for the first time. Can she really bring herself to destroy everything he's ever known? But this is so exciting. I recently picked this up. I got paid and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do a little bit of a bookshop. Not too much, I just want to get a few books. And I saw this in the works for like £5. I was like, of course I got to get it. I didn't even read the blurb. I just saw everyone talk about it. I was like, I have to get it. So I'm going to be reading this and I'm actually so excited. So excited because I know Daybreak, the next one to this, is coming out soon. So I'm so excited. Okay, we have picked the first book of this video, which is Nightshade by Adam Autumn Woods. First of all, I think I said in my clip of picking this book is fantasy, and we had 2 fantasies. I was so wrong. This is not a fantasy. This is a dark romance, but like I am already loving it, and I'm only on chapter 3. Like I've not even read much of this book, and I'm already enjoying it. So we will see what I think. But we've met Ophelia, who is starting Sorrow Song University. She's met Alex, didn't realise thought she recognised him, but wasn't sure why. And then found out he's actually someone who she should not be getting close with. And that's all I've got to so far, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I'm going to try and read some of my lunch break. I've only got like 10 minutes left of my lunch break, so not long to actually read, but hopefully I can get at least a chapter done. Now, this week is going to be I'm going to be very limited on how much I can read this week because it's a very busy week for me, but it's fine. We will get through it. But yeah, I'm very excited to get more into this book. I'm going to avoid the state I'm in. I've got eye patches on, my hair's a mess. It's the day after tech. I'm being really quick with this because I'm actually meant to be working right now. However, I have decided, because this week I'm not going to have much time to just sit and read a book, I'm going to do like listen to the audiobook and read physically. So I bought the audiobook for £4 on Audible, and then I'm going to listen to the next book on my list on Spotify. Hopefully if I can get through both of them this week. Potentially. It's only because like today I don't want to watch Pretty Little Liars. I don't really want to watch TV, so I thought, why not listen to the audiobook whilst doing work? So that's my plan. I'll probably get bored soon and put TV back on, but I thought, what way to actually get through the book. So I'm currently listening to Nightshade as an Audible book, and we've got an Alex point of view, so let's go. Let's get on with work. Hello, okay, I should not do this one. I'm trying to do 2 things at once, but I have got an hour and 21 minutes left of the book of Nightshade, which is mad. I'm kind of upset that I'm not reading it physically, because I kind of enjoyed it a lot more. Like, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's like a 4-star, I won't lie. I'm really enjoying the storyline. Cannot wait for Daybreak. But I've got this much left. And I personally Would have liked to have read it physically. However, here we are. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a 4-star. I think it's really good, and I think I do think if I could have read it physically, I'd have probably loved it even more. But yeah. Look at the flowers I got for doing this show. Oh my god. I was going to wait till maybe Sunday to update you, but I feel like whilst it's fresh in my head, I'm going to update you now. I have finished Nightshade by Autumn Woods, and I did not think I would finish it this week at all. I didn't have high hopes for finishing a book this week at all because of how busy I was going to be. But audiobooks are my lifesaver, and as much as I wish I read this physically, I'm actually really glad I listened to the audiobook for it because I got really into it and really invested in the story from my audiobook. So yeah, I finished this book about a couple of hours ago. I really enjoyed it. That plot, what's the word? Cliffhanger at the end of the book. Oh my god. I need Daybreak like now. This was so good, and I think it was just written so well, and I think the ending, my heart broke for both our characters at the end of that book, and I'm like, so I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen in Daybreak. Hopefully, it comes out this year, so in a couple of months. I have requested it on NetGalley, but I don't know if I'll get it because I've been really bad at actually reading the arcs I've got, and I'm okay to admit that. But yeah, still not great. But I will be reading it when it comes out otherwise. So I'm really happy with that. So I've given it a 4.25 stars. I think it just really, that ending really boosted up by 2.5 stars. So yeah, really happy I read this book. I will now pass you back to previous me to tell you what book I'll be reading next. Okay, supposedly spin number 3 could be first pick I read. Who knows? I don't know if I'm going to do it in the order that I film it in. I've said that in both all other clips, so maybe I've cut this out, maybe not. I don't know. But let's screen record and spin this wheel. Kind of hoping for a romance or thriller. Okay. I didn't really want this book, but okay. Okay. We've got a book that was on my TBR for April, and honestly, I should probably want to read this because I have had it on my TBR for a good few years. We have got The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. Let's just read the back. It's apparently a very emotional book, which is why I don't think I'm ready for this. But all Eden wants is to rewind the clock. To live that day again, she would do everything differently. Not laugh at his jokes or ignore the way he was looking at her that night. And she would definitely lock her bedroom door. But Eden can't turn back time, so she bears the truth along with the girl she used to be. She pretends she doesn't need friends, doesn't need love, doesn't need justice. But as her world unravels, one thing becomes clear. The only person who can save Eden is Eden. This book was going around, I think, BookTok and BookTube for a long period of time when I first started reading again, like a good few years ago. And I picked it up because everyone was talking about it, and I was like, at the time I picked it up, I was like, okay, I'm going to do a video where I'm going to read books that make me cry. Realising I don't want to put myself through that brutality on the internet, and I just want to read it when I want to read it. I didn't do that video. However, I guess I'm now reading it for a video, which is fine. So this will probably be like my second read, so second spin, I guess, guys, only because the other 2 books that I've got, this is kind of, I guess, a good in between. I don't know, we will see when I come to reading, but yeah. Anyway, we've got our third book, or our next book, or our first book, and yeah, I hope you enjoy watching me read this and trying not to cry through the emotions. Let's go. Hello. Okay, sorry, I look a little bit worse for wear. Let me take the hat off because I feel like it's... I'm a little bit tired. It's the day after we wrapped Guys and Dolls, so I had my after party and I got home at like 3 a.m. And about 10 to 3, and I stayed up until about half 3 slowly taking my makeup off because I still have my show makeup on and I can't go to sleep with that on because I'm not ruining my skin. I actually need to do my skincare today. However, I did just sit here for about 20 minutes and read the first 2 chapters of this book. As you would have seen, this was the next book I'm picking up for this vlog. It is very heavy from the get-go, and I knew it was going to be a heavy emotional book because I knew kind of what it was about. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to but it covers essay at the beginning of the book straight away, so it's very heavy from the get-go, and part of me was sitting here going, do I really want to be reading this right now? But I would like to try. I'm going to try and get a good point of the way through and then make the decision if I really want to continue reading it or if I really feel like I can't. This is in the YA section in Waterstones. When I picked it up, and I remember it vividly going because I knew what the story was about, and I'm like, I understand that it's set from freshman year of high school, but it is an adult topic, and I don't think this is a topic where you should be putting in the YA section. Maybe you should. I don't know. I'm not the publicist. I'm not the people who create what genre, what age range it fits in, but I just wouldn't think it's YA. But yeah, I've read 2 chapters so far, and like I said, it is extremely heavy so far. You're following Eden, who has been essayed by her brother's best friend, and is now trying to figure out her life. Like she wants to tell people, but she can't because people won't believe her. So she's kind of stuck. So yeah, I haven't got that far in. I'm literally on page 17. So not far into the book at all, but it is heavy, so I'm taking a break. I'm not having a reading day. I literally listened to 1 chapter of my audiobook yesterday, but I did not read anything at all yesterday. So, because it was a double show day. So, I'm trying to slowly get back into actually reading a physical book because I haven't read a physical book since Monday. So, I listened to the audiobook for Nightshade, which I'm happy I did, but yeah. Hello, okay, I have an update for you on where's the book? On this book. And no, I haven't finished it, but I have DNF'd it. I got to about 42% of the way through and I just couldn't care. And I just got bored and I felt bad thinking that in the fact of the topic of this book. And it wasn't the fact that because the character was being annoying, but I can understand, she's gone through a lot and, she's still trying to heal and she hasn't told anyone, so she's still trying to, the trauma is still there and I get it, so I kind of get what's going on, but it was boring and I was like, oh, I'm not interested. I didn't have to, right? I'm not even thinking I want to know what happens at the end. I want to see what her outcome is. So I have DNF'd this book and I will not be finishing it, unfortunately. I had high hopes, but maybe if I did read it when I did buy it a few years ago, it might have been very different, but what can I say? But that means I now need to pass you back to previous me to show you what the next book is going to be and the last book for this video will be. Okay, next time we're spinning, let's go. Again, I'm saying next time. I don't know which order I'm reading these in, so when you watch these clips you might be like, well, you haven't spun it yet, or you have spun it twice already, who knows. But let's get rid of that first, 1 sec. Let's screen record this. Do I know how to use things? No. Record. Spin. Let's go. Sound is off because I hate the spinning sound and the little way at the end. It just annoys me. This could literally be anything. Oh, I'm scared. I think I know what I'm starting with. I have been wanting to do this so far, so long this year, so finally going to be picking up Diabound, and Fury Bound has recently come out, so excited. Let me try and get the... Well, this is a long blurb. Let me give you the blurb to you. You probably all know what this is about because this is literally everyone was raving about last year. Only the worthy survive the bonding trials. She'll risk her life and her heart to be one of them. Meryn Cooper has always hated the bonded elite warriors who form mental links with the massive, vicious, dire wolves they ride. The bonded live in luxury while Marion struggles to keep her family out of poverty, and when her little sister Sailor is kidnapped, stolen across the border by the immortal monsters her country has spent centuries fighting, Marion's world falls apart. Apparently I can't read in sentences. Desperate to cross the front and save her sister, Marion enlists in the army and is thrown into the deadly bonding trials where any mistake will cost her life. Now Marion must survive 4 months of training at the castle. She is bound to a feral direwolf who refuses to communicate. The other trainees would love to spill her common blood, and her cold and beautiful instructor, Stark Thurion, is eager to punish any weakness, can't read apparently. Everything is a competition and everyone is out to get her. Everyone except the dangerously handsome crown prince, whose attention adds another target to her back. In the castle, every smile hides a knife and the halls hide dark secrets. It's bond or bleed, duel or die, failure is ruin. I am beyond excited. I forgot to start this. I am beyond excited. I really should ask the wow afterwards. I'm so excited for this book. I tried to read this back in near the end of last year, however was not in the mood for it and decided to put it down, but not because I didn't want to read it. It was just I knew I wasn't in the mood to read this book at the time. I'm so excited to read this now. I have it on my Kindle so I can pick it up because I won't lie to you, it's a chunky book and it's a hardback, and me holding hardbacks, no. However, I do kind of want to read the hardback now that I'm doing this. So we will see. We can read both. I don't know. Because I can then read the Kindle at night. Makes sense. So I'm very excited with this book. I'll let you see my thoughts of it now, and I hope you enjoy those thoughts, and I'll come back with you with the next bin, or this might be the end of the video. Who knows? God, I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe because of my energy. Maybe because I'm not feeling great. I'm struggling with this book. I really am. I've just found. I feel like it's getting a bit more interesting now, but the first 20% has been boring as anything. Sorry, but it has. I've really struggled to get into the excitement why everyone loves this book, because right now it's just being really boring. Maybe it's the world building, maybe, I don't know. And I know I need to power through it. I'm going to try. I don't want to DNF this book as well as the other book I already read, so I'm going to try my hardest to keep reading. I think it's partly my energy levels have just been so crap that I haven't been able just to sit and read for a good long period of time like I usually am. Usually I can sit here for an hour and just read and read and read and have anything on in the background, I'll be fine. At the moment I really can't, unless I put what's this called, I guess music, not singing, not non-lyrical music playing in the background. Ambiance music is the word I'm thinking of, and that's when I can only sit and read it. So we'll see. Hopefully I can try and get some more reading done later today, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see, but I'm just not loving it right now, and I'm a little bit bored. But I don't want to DNF it because I think it is just this lack of energy situation right now. Hello, okay, I'm sorry, I look like a mess. My hair is a mess. It needs washing desperately, but that's not till next week. And I'm planning to do a 24-hour readathon. Looking like this. Can't wait. It's fine. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to yap about, because I'm here to yap about Diabound. I have a big update for you guys, because yesterday I was 20% when I spoke to you, and I was not sure how I feel about this. It's really boring. Did you see that announcement, me getting really frustrated how bored I was? Well, I take that all back. I took that all back about an hour later when I actually sat down and read. I actually did more of a reading evening yesterday than anything else because I wasn't feeling great, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to sit and read. I got really into it, and then I did listen to some of it as an audio bit today until my Spotify hours ran out, because I finished the book I was listening to and was like, you know what, let's just continue this, and then the hours ran out and I was like, okay, I guess I can't listen to it anymore, but I was listening to some of it and it did really help. But I am now on chapter 32. I'm over halfway through the book. And I'm really actually enjoying it. I think it's not my favourite book I've read, fantasy wise. I think but it is not the worst. I actually think it's really good. I think it's done really well, and I actually cannot wait to see what happens, because oh my god, plot twists there's been a few plot twists in this book, especially one plot twist that I will not say, but when that came up I was like, oh my god, why do I have to go to bed right now? Because honestly, but yeah, having the time of my life with this book. I'm gonna try. I've got to edit a video today, and then I'm gonna try. I need to need to do the thumbnail. Oh, maybe. Oh, I think I don't want to do. Anyway, that's a different topic. And then I think I'm just gonna sit and read. Just have to go to bed because I want to finish this. If not by today, well, I won't finish today, but I need to finish it by tomorrow because I'm planning to start a 24-hour readathon, whether it be tomorrow or Saturday. I start it. I don't know. I have got till Monday to do it, so I technically could do it from Saturday to Monday. It's fine, but I just would like to start that, but we're not finishing this book and actually starting a different book, but we will see. But I'm really happy with I'm actually reading this book now because it is on my 2026 TBR. It is also has been on my TBR for about, I don't know how long, but a while. Update for the reading. Oh, that's not even on. See if it's on. Okay, sorry, I realised you won't be able to hear me because I'm right by ongoing traffic. But update for the TBR takedown reading vlog. If you don't get an update from me now until after I've finished the book, that is because I am going to be finishing Diabound for my 24-hour readathon. Beginning of that, and obviously I'm going to start that, and I don't want to get too many clips and swap them out because I'll get confused. So time to pick up this. I'm actually out in Reigate. I'm going to do some reading. I'm going to try and do my first session of 75 books out here whilst the weather's nice. I'm a little bit uncomfortable. I'm wearing shorts, don't ask me why. The weather's nice, thinking I could potentially get a tan. Should have put sun cream on before coming out though. And then I'm going to do a little bit of window shopping. I'm going to Space NK and M&S. I don't think I might walk into Waterstones. I don't think I'm going to buy a book, but I'm going to get some ideas because I should be getting a voucher from work hopefully soon, and if I do, then I would like to go spend that in the bookshop. So, but time to finish Diabound. I'll speak to you when I finish the book. Adios. Okay, it is now a few days later since I last updated you, but I did say I would probably update you once my 24 hours of reading weekend is over. It is now complete, and I figured I would quickly round up this video today whilst I think about it. I did finish Diabound on Saturday morning or early afternoon. I really, really enjoyed this book. I think I'm surprised. I know earlier clips of me were like, oh my god, it's so boring, it's so hard to get into, but once I got into it, oh my god, this book became everything. It was so good in the ending. Oh, like, I feel like I need to read Fury Bound like ASAP because that ending was something else. That's all I can say. It was a bit intense, and my heart goes out for our main character. I'm not gonna lie, because of how many books I've read this week, I'm really good at Merrin. Like, I just can't. My heart breaks for her, and I'm just so intrigued to see what's gonna happen next in Fury Bound. But I gave it a 4.5 stars, I think. Did I? Let me double check that one, because that's not sounding right, but I feel like it is. One sec. I think it is. Yeah, 4.5 stars. I did. And I'm really happy with that. I finished this book. So, with that being said, because I finished that book, the video is now over. I read Nightshade in this video, which I gave 4.25 stars, I'm pretty sure. And then I read, let me just double check that. You know, I'm doubting myself. Yeah, 4.25 stars for Nightshade. I then DNF'd the way I used to be, by Amber Smith. And then I read this. So this is a bit of chaos again, but if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon with another video.